Morning, everybody. Before we get started, I just want to point out, in the event of an emergency, please proceed in an orderly fashion through either the exits in the back of the building. To my left goes to a hallway. Those on the stage party can proceed to the exit on my right or behind me. So thank you and enjoy the ceremony.
Good morning. As Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs, it is my honor and privilege to welcome each of you to the annual College of St. Rose Honors Convocation. This is a very special day for our students, their family, and faculty. As is our tradition, we first call upon Joan Horgan, Director of Spiritual Life and Interfaith Initiatives, to open our program with an invocation.
Good morning. I couldn't help but think this morning, as to starting this moment, that a little over 100 years ago, a couple years after a pandemic, the sisters were getting this college going. And here we are today to follow and continue to follow in their footsteps, but also carrying the weight of what's come before us. And I also know that as we gather to pray, people come from all different places with the idea of praying. So I'm going to at least start with saying, can we all just come to a moment of being aware of where we are, a mindful moment? So maybe take a breath, whatever it's taken you to get here. Who's ever gotten here yet, or people you're wondering about, are they here? If we can just let that settle around your feet. Maybe close your eyes for a second. And just allow yourself to be aware of where you are. And in this breathing and knowing where you are, to take stock of the fact that you have come through, as they say in the Christian scriptures of Revelation, a great period of trial. And you're here. In the midst of many challenges, you have accomplished great things. You've overcome disappointments. Maybe losses have been something you've had to face. So in this moment, can you surface some awe and wonder that you've done it, that you're here? And for those for whom prayer is not your way, I invite you to stay in that mindful place. And for those who find themselves connecting to the divine, I offer these words. O divine Creator, who has seen us through, who has carried us on dark days, inspired us, lifted us up, surrounded us with those who encouraged and challenged us that we might grow the gifts we have been given. O Divine One, be the light we continue to walk in and to carry as we go forth from here. Show us in deeper and wider ways how we might offer our gifts and our very selves to a world in need. Help us follow on the path of those first sisters of St. Joseph, who had the courage and generosity of heart to simply look around the war-torn world of their time and see where they were, ask what was needed, and ask themselves, what is mine to do? May we follow in that path of generosity of spirit. Amen.
Thank you, Joan, for setting the tone for our day and for helping us to focus and be grateful for all that we have. We now call upon Marcia White, President of the College of St. Rose, to offer opening remarks.
Good morning. It's not in my remarks, but for those of you who don't know me, I'm a very proud alum of this college. I served on the board for almost 20 years, and this is the joy of my life. So welcome to all of our extraordinary students that are our honorees today, their families, their friends, the faculty, and special guests. Today, we recognize you, our students, who are nothing less than spectacular, strong, passionate, compassionate, talented, determined, creative, remarkably resistant. We spent much of your college years here in a pandemic, learning virtually and in hybrid classes and in masks. In a very unexpected, unforeseen, unanticipated new world, you pushed through boundaries and found new ways to define success for yourself, and you became trailblazers. What's a trailblazer? Look behind me. Every one of them. These incredibly dedicated faculty members. And you couldn't have done it without them, and we wouldn't be celebrating you today without them. So let's give them a round of applause. What is a trailblazer? What motivates someone to be one of the first ever to set out on a completely unknown and uncharted path? to lead the way for others when they themselves have no roadmap or prescription formula, and certainly no clear definition of success. To focus on the positive, to be driven by optimism and confidence, not by negativity or the status quo. To be leaders, not followers, on a road clearly scary and less traveled. The road to exceptional, a road that will lead you to success that you have defined and will be redefined by yourself, using your own internal compass to guide your decisions and personal choices at critical moments. When the right thing to do or the best way to go leads into totally unfamiliar territory. To grasp opportunities that don't necessarily conform to the mainstream career paths or traditional job description. What is a trailblazer? Well, students, just look at your fellow student to the right. And yes, she can look at you. She said, don't look at me. Yes, she can look at you. Now to the left. Now look in my eyes. It's you. This is all about you. You are what a trailblazer is, and so much more. During these challenging past 2 years, you have courageously decided for yourself which direction is north. While there was no easy formula for you to become a trailblazer, there are 3 things that set you apart from your fellow students. First, trailblazing alone is not enough. Simply being the first or being something different is not the true test of a trailblazer. Leaving a path that others can follow, finding ways to help them eventually go even farther than you did, or discover their own unique direction, is the ultimate measure of a trailblazer. Second, trailblazers build something. They aren't afraid to push the envelope and take risks, but they're most passionate about investing their skills and incredible creative energy into building things that will have real and lasting value. Maybe businesses, clearly, families, causes, relationships, reputations. Trailblazers aren't focused on the barriers of the past or even the present. It's only the possibilities of the future. And finally, trailblazers never stop trailblazing in their work or in their lives. You may not stay in the original profession you have chosen for yourself or are considering today, but you will continue to trailblaze new trails and integrate trailblazing into every element of your lives as shining examples of one of our college's founding values: excellence in all endeavors. Let me personally congratulate and thank our student honorees today for giving us yet another opportunity to celebrate the core of what we do at St. Rose, educating students to their highest potential. We are profoundly grateful to your family members and friends supporting you on every step of your journey, especially during the spring of 2020. I wish to recognize our faculty for instilling in you their passion for learning, the ability to think creatively, to analyze carefully, and for preparing you to lead fulfilling professional and personal lives. Nothing brings more satisfaction and fulfillment to these dedicated teachers and scholars than honoring students for excellence in their disciplines, in research, and in service to the college and to society. So trailblazers, when you go out there into the future and you see a door, burst it open. No, actually, kick it open. Because trailblazers and trailblazing is in your blood. Your college was founded by badass nuns, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, who refused to be cloistered, who went out into the world and fought for justice, who marched arm in arm in their black habits with the towering figure of the civil rights era, John Lewis at Selma. They were rebellious, they bucked tradition, and they had a deep respect for learning, for service, for helping others, and for making the world better during unexpected, unforeseen, unanticipated times. Now you are about to join the ranks of more than 47,000 St. Rose alums. My Trailblazers, now it's yours. It's your legacy. And man, do we see and feel it today. None of us knows what the unexpected, unforeseen, unanticipated change will come in our lives. But you have taught us to recognize it as an opportunity to excellence. You have taught us not to follow in your footsteps, but to follow by your example. You taught us all the importance of blazing an awesome trail of our own, and we celebrate you today and are profoundly proud and grateful to you for it. Thank you.
Thank you, President White, for recognizing our Trailblazers and their hard work. Today we pause to celebrate the perseverance, achievement, and excellence of our students with an emphasis on our seniors who are completing very successful academic careers at the College of St. Rose. The faculty of the College of St. Rose, as our president noted, is one of our greatest institutional strengths. A distinctive part of our Honors Convocation is an address, an invited address by a member of our faculty. Our faculty speaker this year is Dr. Deirdre Muldoon, Assistant Professor of Communication Sciences and Disorders. Dr. Muldoon earned her bachelor's degree from Carysfort College of Education, Blackrock, County Dublin, Ireland. A master's degree in Communication Sciences and Disorders from the College of St. Rose, as well as a master's degree in Applied Behavior Analysis from the University of Ulster, Coleraine, Northern Ireland, and a PhD in Special Education from the University at New Mexico, Albuquerque. Her address this morning is entitled, Who We Are and What We Do. Dr. Muldoon.
Good morning, everybody. I have to admit, I'm shaking. I have never done this before, but it's nice to see familiar faces right there. So, yes, you are all here because you have done so well. You have achieved honors, and you're being celebrated for that. And what I want to talk about today is to think about your story. Think about how you got here. What is your story? Who's in your story? How did it start? How did it develop? We all have a story. You know, the one where there's lots of interesting people. There's knights in shining armor, there's castles and dungeons, and there's lots of money. Well, that's not the story I'm telling today. So I'm going to tell you my story, which has none of those, and you'll be glad to hear. I'm going to be quick, and I'm going to recount it in two parts. So part one, the beginning. We meet new people, and in the opening conversations, we often hear the question, what do you do? What's the answer? Well, for me, the answer is I'm an alum of St. Rose, as Dr. McLean has mentioned. I am a speech therapist. I am a behavior analyst. I am a teacher. I am an educator, and I'm a researcher. So I've worked in speech therapy for many years. As a speech therapist, I've met many families. I've learned so much from them, and maybe they have learned a thing or two from me, but for that, of course, there are no guarantees. I remember one family while I was recently on a volunteer trip to Belize. I have traveled as a volunteer to Belize 3 times now, and every time I go, I feel like I get a deeper appreciation of the country and the culture. Children with language and learning differences are often left without services in schools in Belize. Many drop out at the age of 12, maybe 14. Take, for example, a young woman we met recently. She was 23 years old, and she was profoundly deaf. She is reported to have had some hearing, some residual hearing as a teenager, but appeared to have lost it all by the time we met her at the age of 23. She left school at 13 despite normal cognitive ability. I had traveled there with a group of graduate students, which is really a very rewarding thing to do as an educator. And these graduate students were really ready to welcome any child through the door and were ready to do an evaluation on any child that showed up. On this occasion, we saw 8 children. 3 of them were under 3 years, and all of them had autism. We watched one little boy as he played with toys and avoided people, and it was clear from the very beginning that he was on the autism spectrum. His mother knew, but his father didn't. I advised that they look for additional evaluation and help for their child, and I left them to talk to another family. Later, I asked was there anything that they wanted to ask, and they said, "No, but thank you for your kind words." I stopped in my tracks. I thought, my words were not kind. I had delivered terrible news, but the parents were grateful. It was tough and it was difficult, but as a speech therapist, this is part of what I do. As a behavior analyst, I've also worked with many families of children with autism spectrum disorder. I have many memories of the work I have done with these families. Children with autism are known for their forthrightness, and so the memories are from the child who says, "You should go now," to one of my favorites, "If you eat too many of those, you'll be fat." As a teacher, the stories kind of write themselves. As a young teacher in Ireland, I was routinely embarrassed by my own mistakes. I would easily go red from my forehead to my neck, and when I made a mistake, known in those days in Dublin, probably still, but anyway, in those days in Dublin, as a reddener, from the well-known verb to redden. One day, having made yet another mistake, a silly, inconsequential one, I'm sure, I remember one of the children saying, "Watch her now, she'll do a reddener." Yep, sure enough, turned around all the way. As a researcher, I've worked in the area of feeding difficulties in young children for many years. Most recently, I have worked with my colleagues, Dr. Dave DeBonis and Dr. Tom Murphy, both of whom are here today, on a research study about what caregivers think of the interventions that they have received for their child who has a feeding disorder. The parents taught us so much as they recounted their journeys in feeding their child. The best quote made it to the title. It was by a parent who struggled with the variety of food that his child would eat. The child could only eat certain food in certain locations. And the parents summed it up beautifully as, "Tan and crunchy is where we live." Okay, so that's part 1. So now, here's part 2. Stories like these tell about what I do. I was asked, "What do you do?" But I responded, "I am a speech therapist. I am a behavior analyst. I am a teacher, an educator, a researcher." When we meet new people, they never ask us, "Who are you?" It's a different question, one that gets at our essence, our principles, or our values, in a way that what we do might not. Well, here's part 2 of my story. I am Irish. I can't shake that. I became a naturalized US citizen in March of 2017. Upon returning from a recent trip abroad, I approached the immigration officer. He asked all the usual questions. Where were you? How long were you away? do you have any food? What's up with that one, right? I answered them all, and the final question was, where are you from? Of course, Albany was the correct answer. However, I said, I'm from Ireland. He looked from me to the US passport and back to me. You're American, he said. I reflexively answered, I'm not American, and then stopped. He looked at me again and he said, well, welcome home. I took the passport and got out of there. So as I mentioned, the Irishness is really hard to shake. I am an immigrant. Leaving everything you have known and all the people who have cared for you in your life is difficult beyond belief. And those who have done it can relate to the impression it leaves on you as you forge a different life in a new place. I am a mother of 2 amazing adults. My daughter is moving to Houston as we speak, literally, driving across country. And my son, also an alum of St. Rose, by the way, is in Denver. And they are bright, successful, caring people, and they make me proud every day. I am a sister, one of 5 Irish siblings. I have 2 that I asked for advice when preparing this talk. I offer it here as what not to do in support of your sibling when it's your turn to write a keynote. So one of them said, tell a joke. The other one said, wear clothes that make you feel fab. The other one, and more, she said, get your hair done. Then it got kind of nuts. Do an interpretive dance was the... And when I said no to that, she said, well, put pictures in the PowerPoint. And I said, well, no PowerPoint. And she said, then whip off the gown and be creative. For that one, I had to say, well, maybe next time. I am a wife. I have only one husband. We have been together for a very long time. And he is the reason I am at St. Rose. And he is the reason I am an alum of St. Rose. His family live not far from Albany. I am an aunt of 8 nieces and nephews, all well, all smart, and I'm sure they will all do great things. I am all of these things, and I am sometimes patient and sometimes kind and sometimes flexible and sometimes I'm not. But this is who I am, not what I do. Okay, so that was the second part of the story. Now, in any good story, there's a resolution. So here's the resolution. In English, we tell our stories as though our professional lives or our jobs are what make us who we are. But this is only part of who we are. There are many languages that don't conflate the am and the do. Irish or Gaelic is one of those languages. So in Irish, I am a teacher is Ismisha Muntor, which translates loosely as, it is me, a teacher. I am first, my profession is second. As you move forward with the honors of the college and the support of your families, remember who you are. Leave St. Rose and do education, do business, do healthcare. Do what you have trained for while you are here. Be good and do good with the knowledge you have accumulated while you are here at St. Rose. But be true to who you are. In your professional life, be accomplished, be ambitious, be successful, but also be helpful, be kind, be tolerant, be patient, be humble, be creative, whip off the gown, and dance. So I want to share this quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson, an American philosopher, poet, author, and essayist. It has been on the wall in my office for years in both Ireland and Albany. And most recently, my sister read it at my father's funeral. It goes like this. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. Remember that you are a human first and a professional second. You decide who you are, you decide what you do, but remember to be able to tell the difference.
Thank you, Dr. Muldoon, for reminding us to be true to who we are, but to always look ahead to great things. And we'll practice a dance without the gowns later. We now recognize students with the highest cumulative grade point average in the classes of 2023, 2024, and 2025. As your name is read, please come forward. From the class of 2023, psychology major, Nick Koenig. Nick is unable to be with us today, but we congratulate him and we'll make sure he gets his certificate. From the class of 2024, early childhood and childhood education, B through 6 major, Riley Deso. Congratulations, Riley. There are 2 recipients for the class of 2025. Our first recipient is Social Studies, Adolescent Education, Special Education, dual degree major, Lauren Peretti. Unfortunately, Lauren is not able to be with us. Nor is our second graduate, Special Education, Childhood Education major, Katie McPeak. They may be in the library right now, but we congratulate them. The St. Rose of Lima Awards are presented to graduating seniors who have maintained the highest cumulative grade point average during their entire course of study at the college. The awards are presented to 4-year and transfer students. Our 4-year recipient this year is Psychology BS major, Shane S. George. Our transfer recipient is Psychology BA major, Aiden Carrick Sullivan. Each of our schools has selected its outstanding graduating seniors in each of its respective majors. These students have achieved a cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or higher and have additionally distinguished themselves in their respective programs. Each graduate program has also selected a student to be honored for special achievement and contribution to their program. Finally, there are several special awards presented by each school. Presenting the awards for the School of Arts and Humanities is Dean Dr. Jerry Lawrence. Dr. Lawrence?
Good morning. The outstanding seniors named by the faculty in the School of Arts and Humanities are the following: in Communications, Jelani Commander. And also in communications, Alexandra Mulligan. In English, Megan Frederick. Also in English, Liliana Sargent, who is unable to attend. And finally, Bobby LeRae Valentin. I don't see the purple hair, so Bobby Ray is also unable to attend. English Adolescence Education, Andrew Vogt. Andrew is unable to be with us. In history, Ethan Lawrence. In music industry, Laura Nickel. In music performance, Paroma Lahiri. Paroma is unable to be with us today. In music education, Elizabeth Sartillo. Elizabeth is also unable to be with us. In political science, Adeong Mark Adam. In social studies, adolescence education, unable to attend is Cheyenne Hammerly. And also Scott A. Jones. Special awards for the School of Arts and Humanities include the following. The Biagiotti Burden Endowed Award is presented to a history or political science major who is selected for their courage, honesty, and community involvement. The recipient is Elizabeth French. The Clayton Tragg Rock and Roll Rebel Annual Scholarship is presented to a junior music major who is a talented rock and roll, jazz, or blues musician with financial need and a 3.5 GPA in music courses. The recipient is Mia Giovanna Longo. Mia is unable to attend. The Grieva Abdulkora Memorial Award, named for our late colleague, Dr. Grieva Abdulkora, goes to the student with the broadest international perspective. This might include study abroad, service with international agency or organization, study of an international problem, or plans to attend graduate school in international politics, law, or history. The recipient is Adeong Mark Adam. The Honorable Loretta A. Preska Endowed Award is presented to an undergraduate student planning to attend law school who has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement. The recipient is Megan Frederick. The Jack Fragabeni Memorial Music Award is awarded to a junior guitar student who has shown the most improvement since freshman year. The recipient is Matthew Majorano. The J. Robert Sheehan Music Scholar Award is presented to a sophomore or junior vocal or keyboard music student who is determined by the music faculty to exhibit outstanding dedication to the department and exceptional progress and promise in music from academic and applied performance perspectives. The recipient is Alexis Nicole Cummings. The Michael D. Normanton Innovative Computing Technology Award is given to a full-time undergraduate or graduate student majoring in either computer information systems or music industry. The recipient must demonstrate ambition, enthusiasm, and creativity in computer use to solve problems. The recipient is music industry major Eobad Tedesi. The Sister Patricia Kane CSJ Writing Award in Journalism is presented in honor of Sister Patricia Kane, Sister of St. Joseph, who is the founder of the Communications Program at the College of St. Rose. A selection committee from the Communications Department reviews submissions from communications majors to determine which submission best meets the criteria of being a compelling piece of accurate writing, adhering to standard journalistic convention, and displaying the ability to source a story and deliver accurate information in a timely fashion. The recipient is Jelani Commander. The Sister Rita Agnes Casey CSJ Music Award is presented to a female senior music major who has demonstrated commitment to continuing music studies. This award is given in honor of Sister Rita Agnes Casey, one of the college's founders and chair of the music department from its inception in 1920 until 1957. We have two recipients this year, Paige Manisi and the second recipient is Brianna Moss. The Sister Rosaline Gilroy CSJ History Political Science Award is presented to a graduating senior who carries the highest cumulative grade point average in a history or political science major. The recipient is Camden R. Malone. Graduating seniors who wish to be considered for the Senior Writing Award submit portfolios for review by judges from outside of the College of St. Rose community. Judges are guided by appropriateness of form, maturity of diction, syntax, tone, and style, and the general quality of the piece as compared with publications in that genre. The recipient is Megan Frederick.
Thank you, Jerry. Presenting the awards for the Heather School of Business is Dr. Raj Araskar. Raj?
Thank you, Dr. McLean. The outstanding seniors named by the faculty in the Heather School of Business are the following: Accounting, Trisha Roshani Devanarayan. There are two recipients in finance: Meenakshi Kudina and Trevor Goodham Oat. In human resource management, it is Leslie Marcelino. In management, it is Sophia Isabel Rijo. She is unable to attend. In marketing, it is Megan Meyer, who is also not able to attend. Graduate honors are presented to the following students who were named by the program faculty in the Heather School of Business. There are 5 recipients for the Masters of Business Administration: Alison Della Porte, who is not able to attend. Josie Hubbard, who is not able to attend. Michelle Miller Kalinski. Carolyn Korek. Charlene Mary Arno, sorry, who is unable to attend. The Master of Science in Accounting, Bachelor's of Science in Accounting award goes to Nicholas Moore. The Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Business, Science in Finance goes to Sean Dady. Master of Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Financial Planning is Dominic Meola, who is unable to attend. Master of Science in Business Analytics, Bachelor of Science in Finance goes to Jacob Palladino, who is also not able to attend. The following are special awards for the Heather School of Business. The James J. Carr Third Award for Business Beyond the Classroom is awarded to a graduating senior or dual degree student who has earned a minimum cumulative grade point average of 3.0 and demonstrated outstanding honors level performance in an educational experience beyond the classroom through an internship, field study, or faculty-directed study. The recipient is Shara Sharkey. The William and Camille Ruggiero 37 Award honorees, Endowed Honors Internship Fund was established in 2011 to honor William and Camille Ruggiero, who were deeply interested in business and in many aspects of giving back to their communities. This fund is in support of student tuition scholarship, as well as tuition expenses for students participating in the Honors Internship Program in the summer between their junior and senior years. The recipients are Ahmed Lakrefli, Jolie Poulsen, Rayanne Richards, who is not able to attend, Sierra Christiana St. Louis, and Logan Sims. And Logan is not able to attend.
Thank you, Raj. Presenting the awards for the Thelma P. Lally School of Education is Interim Dean Dr. Terry Ward. Terry?
Thank you. The outstanding seniors named by the faculty in the Thelma P. Lally School of Education are the following. There are 2 honorees from childhood education, special education, whom I've had the honor of teaching myself, Liliana Badabuli, and Carolyn Brussel. In Communication Sciences and Disorders, the award is for Emily McCarthy. She was unable to be here today. You do have to understand that many of our award recipients might be engaging in student teaching and clinical work and may need to quarantine at a moment's notice, so we thank them for all that they do. There are 2 recipients for early childhood education in B through 6. Ashley H. DeCry. And Lauren Jane Owens. There are 2 recipients for inclusive early childhood education. Emily K. Goldup. And Erin McLaughlin. In Math, Adolescence Education, and Special Education, a dual degree, BA, MS Ed, Sarah Stetler. I had Sarah in class when she wore a mask. We just had to have a moment. I didn't know what to do. Graduate honors are presented to the following students who were named by program faculty in the Lally School of Education. Adolescence Education Science, Jennifer Gardy. Jennifer was unable to attend. Adolescence Education Social Studies, Delaney Shepherdson. Also unable to attend. Adolescence Education, Special Education in English, which is a BA and MS Ed program, Emily Paoselli. She was unable to be with us today. Adolescence Education, Special Education, Mathematics, Catherine Rice. Childhood Education, Special Education, Sarah Catherine Suiters. There are 6 honorees in childhood education, special education, and literacy, an accelerated 4+1 degree. The first is Alexandra Del Vecchio. Liana Frauenberger. Caitlin Harrington. Teresa Mulvey. Samantha Rio. She's unable to attend. And Elizabeth Mary Tornator. She was unable to attend. There are 2 recipients for clinical mental health counseling. Witness Joseph Bazar. And Hannah Taranto. There are 2 recipients for Communication Sciences and Disorders, Sarah E. Franskin. That's okay. There's no hugging at academic convocation. Jen K. Keenan. I'm allowing extra time for the hugging. It's okay, it's okay. In Curriculum and Instruction, Michaela Murata. There are 2 recipients for Early Childhood and Childhood Education, grades B through 6. Kristen Dietz. Congratulations, Kristen. And Julia Engster. In Educational Psychology, Sarah Shomo. And in Higher Education Leadership and Administration, Sharon Rosemarie Edwards Grant. Our very own. Pause for this brief intermission. There are 2 recipients for literacy, grades B through 12. The first is Hannah Feldman. Congratulations. You're welcome. And Helen Pindiak. In school counseling, Diana Valerie Rumpf. In the School Building Leader Certificate of Advanced Study, Alexander Santana. He is unable to attend because he is in class at this very moment. School District Business Leader, Yasmeli Rosa. In Educational Leadership at the building level Certificate of Advanced Study, Aaron Bennett. Aaron must have completed her studies because the classes are on the weekends. And Educational Leadership at the district level, Certificate of Advanced Study, is Jacqueline Vandenberg. Special awards for the Lally School of Education include the following. The Dr. Ann Tulim Rowley Endowed Award to support communication sciences and disorders students at the College of St. Rose is awarded to an outstanding graduate student who exemplifies the qualities of lifelong learning and scholarship in the communication areas of speaking, listening, reading, and writing. The awardee demonstrates patience, compassion, supports, and understanding in seeking to help others meeting their goals in these language and literacy areas of communications. The recipient is Anna Paula Ribeiro. Way to go, Mom. The recipient of the Joyce Kuhn Memorial Award must be a graduate student in Communications Sciences and Disorders program and must have demonstrated academic excellence in the area of adult neurogenic communication disorders and swallowing, and also demonstrate the personal qualities that were exemplified by Joyce: compassion, caring, and collaboration with others. The recipient is Taylor Ann R. Torrey. The recipient of the Dr. Huey C. Bogan Award for Creativity in Teaching must be an outstanding graduate student who exemplifies the qualities of Dr. Bogan: academic excellence, creativity, and passion for education. The recipient is David Whitbeck. The Dr. Mark Yilva Memorial Award is awarded to an outstanding undergraduate or graduate student who exemplifies the qualities of Dr. Yilva: a love and great aptitude in learning and scholarship, innovative and successful efforts in helping others to communicate, and a genuineness and warmth that is evident to all. The recipient is Abby Wickland. The recipient of the Sister Charlene Bloom CSJ Scholarship is a new graduate student who has demonstrated the qualities that Sister Char exemplified: leadership, strong interpersonal skills, and a commitment to serving thy dear neighbor. The recipient is Victoria Zushma. Since she's in her first year and finals are coming, we understand she was not able to be here today. The Michael E. Welshon's Endowed Award is awarded in memory of Michael Welshons, the son of Earl and Monica Welshons. He was born with cerebral palsy, and despite his inability to communicate orally, lived a life through the use of augmentative communication devices. He was able to complete a college degree and have his own business. Michael received support for his communication from Dr. Jim Feeney, a former member of the Communications Sciences and Disorders Department. When Michael passed away in 2015, his parents created an endowed scholarship in his memory, which provides monetary support each year to a student who has used technology to improve the communication ability of someone with complex communication challenges. This recipient is Emma Bagnato. she was unable to be with us today.
Thank you, Terry. Presenting the awards for the School of Mathematics and Sciences is Dean Dr. Ian McDonald. Ian?
Thank you, Margaret. Good afternoon, everybody. The outstanding seniors named by the faculty in the School of Mathematics and Sciences are the following. For biology, cell molecular biology track, Sarah Elizabeth McMullen. Congratulations. For biochemistry, Ahmed Tariq Abdu. There are 4 recipients for computer science. Jen Barlett. Jen is unable to be with us today. Also unable to attend, Daniel Kelly. Also unable to attend, Daniel Klein. And unable to attend, Alex Reisenhuber. They're all my students, so I know I got them very busy this weekend. There are 2 recipients for criminal justice, behavior, and law. Andrew J. Luley. And Maeve Meg Laurel Rochester. There are 2 recipients for cybersecurity. James Cuniff. And Emily Meyer. For forensic psychology, Hannah Emily Curran. For forensic psychology, clinical concentration, Emily McGovern. For forensic psychology, legal concentration, Aaron Leather. Forensic science, cell molecular biology track, Caitlin Anderson. For mathematics, Arba Gasgova. For medical technology and unable to attend, Elizabeth Nicole Flores. For psychology, unable to attend, Marielle Saint Albin. For psychology, clinical counseling concentration, Abigail Gunther. For psychology, research honors concentration, Shane George. For psychology, school psychology concentration, Julia Plumador. For social work, Melissa Ann Caller. Graduate honors are presented to the following students who are named by the program faculty in the School of Mathematics and Sciences. There are 2 recipients in computer science. Unable to attend, Han-Fei Luo. And Miguel Calderon. For social work, Jessica Marie Sokol. Congratulations. Special awards for the School of Mathematics and Sciences include the following. The American Institute of Chemist Award is a national merit program that honors outstanding seniors majoring in chemistry, chemical engineering, or biochemistry. The student honoree is selected on the basis of a demonstrated record of ability, leadership, and professional promise. In addition to recognition, the student is also enrolled as a member of the American Institute of Chemists. The recipient is Isabel J. Singh. The General Chemistry Award is presented to 1 or more outstanding students in general chemistry based on grade point average and motivation for and interest in chemistry. This year's recipient is Hannah Parsons. The recipient of the Donna L. Rettinger Award for Outstanding Undergraduate Psychological Research must be a senior level student graduating in December or May of the academic year Sci 498 is taken. Students must have completed all of Sci 498 successfully. Eligible students must have at least a 3.0 GPA in psychology and an overall GPA of 3.0. This year's recipient is Shane George. The Marie Chirico Bello Award in honor of Marie Chirico Bello, St. Rose class of 1948, was established by her children in honor of their mother's 85th birthday. The award was established in recognition of Mrs. Bello's countless contributions to her family's life as well as her faith, dedication, and service to others. It is presented to a graduating senior biology major who has demonstrated academic excellence, a commitment to the community service, strength of character, and a strong belief in faith. This year's recipient is Sierra Lundy. The Sister Noelle Marie Crone Excellence in Mathematics Award is presented to an outstanding senior mathematics major who has maintained an overall cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or better, earned a B or better in all mathematics courses, and demonstrated originality, creativity, initiative, and integration of knowledge into coursework. The recipient is Arba Gaskova. The Sister Teresa Weiselmerski CSJ Award for Excellence in Biology is presented to an outstanding full-time undergraduate biology, biology adolescence education, biology cytotechnology, medical technology, or childhood education biology concentration major, who has demonstrated academic excellence, breadth of interest, and general social concern. The recipient is Sama Al-Harbi.
Thank you, Ian. It is my pleasure to present 2 additional awards. The Senior Class Scholar Athlete Awards, which were established to recognize 2 graduating seniors who have attended St. Rose for at least 4 semesters, were members of a varsity sport for at least 2 seasons, including their senior year, and have the highest cumulative grade point average of 3.5 or above. The recipients are Camden R. Malone, and Colleen Quaglia. The Mary P. Vanderzee Memorial Award was established in the memory of Mary Vanderzee, class of 1955, who served the college as Director of Services for Students with Disabilities from 1992 to 2002. The award recognizes a student with a disability in their sophomore or junior year who has excelled academically as demonstrated by a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.0. The nominees were asked to submit an essay that addresses the challenges that they have experienced as a college student. This year's recipient, although he's unable to attend, is Josh Myers. I would like to thank the parents, family, and friends who have joined us this afternoon to celebrate the achievements of these students. Let's give them another round of applause. Before we conclude, I would like to thank the Berkshire Brass for providing the music. Jeff Stevens and Alan Dean on trumpet. Tim Atherton and David Wampler on trombone. I also offer our thanks to Kim Lynch, Director of Events, Scheduling, and Administration, and her staff. A special recognition to Deb Libator, Director of the Office of Provost, who was the heart and soul of planning this important event. And lastly, I'd like to thank our volunteers, as well as our department chairs and faculty, and those who have established many of the Endowed awards that were awarded today. We appreciate their dedication and commitment to the college and their support of our students. As we conclude our ceremony, please remain seated for the recessional. For those of you who will be joining us for lunch in the main dining room, we look forward to seeing you then. Thank you and congratulations all.